So if you're watching this with chronic laryngitis, I really feel for you and understand that I know firsthand how much this really sucks. I lost my voice for 8 years and I couldn't talk for 8 years, and people would be like, "Oh man, I wish my husband would get that." But it just wrecks your life. Anybody who's dealing with this, they really learn like, wow, you really use your voice a lot for just about anything that you want to do, including creating an income so that you can shelter yourself. So it can be a very big deal. And the worst part is that it can be very hard to figure out, and that's because there's more than one possible underlying cause for chronic laryngitis. And for me, I was dealing with more than one possible cause all at once. So it was a really big puzzle for me to figure out what it was going to take to fix it. 23 doctors couldn't figure it out, and they all were just seemed to be making me worse. So it took me like 8 years to figure out my answers. But for me, I had some inflammation issues going on from an iron overload issue. There was a genetic thing that makes my body absorb too much iron. But I also had a hiatal hernia that was creating some acid reflux issues for me, and I had some silent reflux where I really didn't feel heartburn, but it was coming back up and burning my vocal cords. And I also had this sinus infection where this infection was dripping down from my sinuses down past and irritating my vocal cords, but also putting this bacteria and varmints in my stomach and magnifying all the reflux and issues that I was having that was pushing all of this acid back up. So it took me a while to figure out, and I had to fix one thing, and that wasn't quite it. So it took me a long time to get my voice back. So just know that it might not happen overnight for you, and that's okay. It might take you some effort to figure out what's going wrong. But if you want to dig into this a little bit more and understand the most common causes that can create this trouble, along with steps that I took to correct the issues for myself, along with steps that I've helped other people use to improve their laryngitis, you can click on the link on the screen, in the pinned comment, or the description of this short for our full video on chronic laryngitis solved.